Hi, good morning everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Tedisa360, where no topic is off limits. How is everybody doing this morning? It's another work day, it's another travel to work day, and I am on my way. In traffic, of course. It's early in the morning. It's a sunny day and I appreciate the sun because, sorry, I have relatives abroad who complain about the cold, and while I'm appreciating the sun, the heat is up on us, man. The summer is up on us. It rests on top of our head. The time is so hot, even at night. No. Alright. Yeah, so how is everybody doing this morning? I'm well, I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm here, or somewhat healthy. And I'm here and I'm up and about, so I'm thankful for that. At least I'm not in somebody's hospital bed. I am not, wow, this traffic is tight. I'm not in somebody's hospital bed, and I'm not ailing badly. Alright, I'm trying to set the camera properly. It's leaning towards the road. Why Jamaican and them bike people? Alright, this morning as usual I just talk about the things that are on my mind, and that can be several things at one time. This morning I was thinking about mental health and how so many of us are, I don't know, in Jamaica here, many people don't believe in getting mental health checks, like, you know, talking to somebody about what you're thinking or feeling, or seeing a therapist. A lot of people can't even afford a therapist, but those who can, there are some persons, especially the younger set of people in their 20s and so on and early 30s, they have embraced the whole mental health journey. It is extremely important, people. If you look in our society, a lot of us are so violent. We're so quick to, you know, cuss out somebody, tell them, you know, anything that comes to our mind, and it has to do with our mental health partially, because, you know, but it has to do partially with our mental health and what we are dealing with, whether it be childhood trauma, whether it be just living in everyday life and not knowing how to cope. Because regardless of what you have, or how much money you have, how much money you don't have, because nowadays it's more like you don't have it, it's very expensive to live here, your mental health is very important, and you should put it at the top of any list, right? And for instance, even as women, let me talk from I'm going to go to what I think about men, but let me talk for women. Even as women, let me try to get it to see. Camera not working with me this morning. Even as women and mothers, you hear other women tell you, well, me did do it with 2 pitney and me manage. Who cares? I don't care if you did it. How well did you do it? Shut up. You know what I mean? It is okay to sympathize with people even though you did it, because in truth and in fact you did it, but it was very challenging, right? As a mother, it was very challenging, and you wanted help. You would mind getting help. So when other people tell you about their issues, that, you know, boy, it is really stressful and I can't manage, don't shun them. We're in a, and I find a lot of women, it's hard to be open with your fellow females, because they're quick to shun you, quick to say, I did it, you can do it too, that is nothing, you know, and they hardly sympathize in that regard. I was on Facebook, and I saw a video where this popular Facebook person, I don't remember her name, she comes on, she goes live a lot of times. She's very successful, has many followers, millions of followers on Facebook, and she just had a child, right? She just had a child, and she was, you know, on Facebook crying and saying, you know, she's going through postpartum depression and it's very difficult, and you know, just to show people that she's normal too and she goes through the same things we go through. This lady from wherever, I don't know, because she showed the video, commented on her video saying she does not have the right. How dare she come and complain when she has money and she can get the best this and the best that. And I honestly, I felt so sorry for that other lady, because you could hear the pain in her voice, you could hear the bitterness, you could hear the jealousy and the bitterness because of what she has to go through. So I say that to say you can't discount other people's mental health based on this person is overtaking about 6K or 10. No, sir. In traffic, you know, you cannot discount other people's mental health based on what you think, the material possessions that they have. Some of the persons who commit suicide are extremely wealthy people, and that is why people think, oh, you're okay, you must be okay because you have all the money in the world. Money doesn't bring happiness, people. And those of you who think that because you've never had it, I've never had certain money to know, but I can think for myself and understand that happiness is within you. It is how you look at situation, it is how you deal with trauma, it is how you cope with everyday life, right? So as women, I think we should be so much more supportive of other mothers, of other women when they go through things. It's as if especially why I go to mothers is because a lot of mothers have faced and are facing postpartum depression or postpartum blues, and people are bad enough for the road. Go on, man. A lot of mothers are facing postpartum blues, and I remember once I said to this young lady, if you want to call her that, I said to her, you know, I had just had my children and they were close in age. And I said to her, how did you manage? But I was stupid because she didn't have to do half of what I have to do. But I just, you know, because she's another female and she's a mother, so I didn't look at, oh, I have to do more than you, that's why I still know. I just was wondering, how did you manage? And me have to manage, sir, me have to do it. That's crap. That is crap. And then at the end of the day, I want to, at the end of the day, some of them are such poor parents because they don't deal with their mental health issues. So as women, and especially mothers who go through postpartum depression, it is very real, you know. It is extremely real. I had a touch of it. I had what the doctor called the blues, not the depression, and I'm very grateful because the blues, those were enough to send you over a cliff. Right? Because remember, your hormones are going through significant change. Right? Your hormones are going through significant change. You're tired all the time. You can't cope. Don't let anybody tell you because you have this and you have that, you are okay. No, if you're having an issue with your mental health, seek help. If you can't afford a therapist, like myself, you do things to make yourself feel better. You know, whether it be you listen to music, some people say they exercise, some people take walks, some people pray, some people meditate, all right, and choose healthy things. And not only mothers but other women who are dealing with any kind of trauma. Other women who are dealing with any kind of trauma, choose healthy things. Don't drink liquor. You know what I mean? And don't do things that are abusive to yourself. Choose healthy things like take walks, exercise, meditate. If you can get a quiet hour, a quiet time to yourself, talk to somebody if you feel like you have somebody you can trust. It's good to get it out. And you know what is very good to journaling. Take an exercise book, anything. If you want to buy a pretty journal that makes you happy when you see it, get a journal and write down your thoughts, but don't bottle them up. Any which way you can, you know, it's like sweat. If you can sweat it out, you know what I mean, get it out of your system, then that would be very good. write it out, meditate, talk to somebody if you feel comfortable. If you have somebody, get a therapist if you can afford one. But all of us have issues that we need, issues that we need to sort out. But don't let anybody tell you that go and go sleep. Go and go sleep it off. Right? Because as most Jamaicans don't believe, and in the black community we don't believe in mental health issues. You know that there are a lot of crazy people walking around us in clean clothes. Did you know that? Yes, man. A lot of psychopaths, a lot of crazy people without empathy. They don't know how to put themselves into somebody else's shoe. They are just ridiculous. You know, I mean, not ridiculous, I don't want to say that, but they are crazy. I'm trying to set up the camera better. Okay. Yeah. They are literally crazy people walking among us in clean clothes, high positions, because they have not dealt with or faced or wish to face their mental health issues. And for men, my lord, you know what I've always believed? I believe men are more emotional than women. Yes, they are more emotional than women, but hear what? They were brought up to say, oh, what you cry for? What you cry for? Yeah, man, you have to cry. You have to cry. What you mean you have to cry? What you tear ducts there for? You know what I mean? I mean, you want to be strong, because I have a son and I have a daughter, and I want them to be strong. But what you mean you not to cry? If something happens, if you cry, you bawl. You understand what I mean? If you're feeling pain, you cry. It's normal and it's okay. So a lot of men, right now, these men don't know how to handle their emotions at all. Most of them, not all. Some of them have started counseling, which is good. It's a good way it shows that you understand what is going on with yourself and you wish to change. But some of them, Jesus, them don't know any counseling. Them chop off here if you tell them about counseling. These men are far more emotional than women, and they take things very personal, and that is what you need to understand. You need to love your boys, people. Hug them up, compliment them. I'm learning to do that because I grew up in a society where man don't forget no compliment. Man for just tough it out, and man for just strong it out. No, trust me. They need emotional support. They need for you to sometimes say thank you. They need for you to hug them. I'm trying to reprogram my mind. Of course, you want a strong man, and you want somebody to protect you and somebody to make you feel safe. But at the end of the day, men have emotions too, and I find that is why so many of them. That is why so many of them have so much anger. So much anger, because they were not taught to express themselves. They were not taught it is okay to say I feel hurt. It is okay to say I'm in pain. It is okay to say what you did offended me. All of that is okay. And we just don't embrace that in our society and possibly in the world. And what this man you gonna stop me for? But Jesus, I mean what's up? Oh, where not go? Sure. I thought the popo was stopping me, but I can't see. He was stopping another car. And this person behind me blew me. Yeah, come me make him go late. Yeah, so that is what it is. You can go on now, can crawl. Go on, can crawl. Yeah, taxi boy. Yes, so that is basically what it is. They don't have any way of expressing themselves because they were brought up to believe that soft man expresses himself. No, sir. It's actually nice when a man, I haven't gotten used to a man being too emotional as yet, but it's often nice when a man is able to express himself and tell you how he's feeling. It's very nice. I really like that. I don't like a man who bottles up everything and you don't know what they're feeling, and I can't handle those type of people. But yes, mental health is very important. This camera not behaving itself is so annoying, and we have to embrace it all all across the board because it is affecting all of us. All of us are being affected by it. Right? Yep. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Some of you, as I said, some of you suffer from childhood trauma. Some of you suffer from high school trauma. Some of you suffer from just everyday life and the coping mechanisms that we need. Watch this madman. Goat cross road better than people. Promise you that. Goat cross road better than people. Yeah. So we just have to the good thing is to be aware of your mental health issue. And nobody is perfect. You know, Sam, I don't understand how people walk across roads if vehicle come in and it's like you can't let me up. My God. No, sir. You ever see an old lady crossing road and an old man them run? They run. And young strong people walk and then give you a dirty look. Can you imagine that? Crazy. And one next mental health issue that's not because like you affirm your authority, you know. Basically, you affirm your authority, say, oh, you can't leave me. Yeah. To be honest, yeah, Jamaican people are something else. You know, Jamaican people are the most colorful, creative, fun-loving people. If only we learn to deal with our issues, you know? Yeah. And our generational curses. Yeah, man, this country would be a mighty country. One to reckon with. Promise you that. Yeah, but mental health, the camera not behaving itself, so I'm at different angles. It won't carry me over there, so now. So, I'm working with it because you're seeing me. And this vlogging thing is new to me. So, I'll get better as the time goes by. And then I'm driving too, so I'm watching because the road is a bit busier than the last time. Yeah, we have to take the mental health into consideration and don't let anybody tell you cry too much, you don't play, you don't need to feel that way, you have this and you have that, why you feel that way. You understand? Don't let anybody downplay whatever issue you're having. If you feel like you have an issue, pray about it, seek help if you can, and as I said, journaling. Any book, some people love to get the expensive pretty journals because it motivates them to write. So journaling is very good. Whatever thoughts you're having, you write. It's good to get it out. Very good to get it out. You want to work on getting out the pain, getting out the frustration, getting out the emotions. Some people exercise. Some people go hard in the gym. This man playing with the truck. Yes, Father. Some people go hard in the gym. I'm telling you, they go hard in the gym. Yeah, man. Some people, as I said, choose healthy strategies to get over what, or not even get over, because it's not about getting over, it's coping and eventually getting over, but not just groups and get over like that. You understand? All of us have some kind of trauma. Every single one of us. Which you lay me in a dog and when me over here, son. Alright, move on. Okay. I don't know. Try to go over. Hold on, bus go over. Yep. Yeah, very important. And I think once we can deal with that as a nation, as a people, as an individual, as a family unit, then everything will be better. Everything will be better. And you know what I notice nowadays? You can't, it's very hard to express your feelings. So I know why some people hold back, because some people are ignorant, some people are selfish, even them have mental health issues too, but because they're so selfish and they don't choose to deal with it, it's very hard. In some environments, you maybe your workplace, your home, whatever the case is, it's as if you a part of dealing with your mental health. It's as if you can't object to anything, and that is something that helps people to have challenges with mental health as well. You can't stand up and say no. Some people have a serious problem with that, and even in the workplace, people need to fix that. You can't, remember, you know, we are all adults. So in your personal life you may have it too, but in the work it's as if when you object, you are blacklisted, or you are considered a rebel, and those things do affect mental health. And this is why a lot of people have aspired to work on their own, because your mental health is far important than any status, any money, any approval. It's very important, people. You have to put your mental health first. I promise you, in order to have a better standard of living, your mental health is paramount. And to be honest, how I deal with any issues I may have, I remember when I was a child, I was not very vocal. I was taught to be meek, and that was, you know, that is what I was taught to be. And airing my opinions, it wasn't done. I didn't do that much. It was after a while that I realized that when you're very meek and mild, people take advantage. So as a result, I have become quite aggressive because I did not get to express those opinions as a child as freely as I would have wanted to. And I think it mostly happened in school, sometimes at home, but mainly in school. And as a result, right now naturally I'm aggressive, naturally by nature. But because of that, not being able to voice myself freely in certain settings as a child, right now if you try to anyway suffocate me, you're going to see the bad side of me. And I'm working on that. I'm working on voicing my opinions, proving my point without aggression. That's what I'm working on in this phase of my life, because aggression too affects your mental health. You know, when you get easily irate and you make things bother you. Because even recently I was looking at somebody and I felt so sorry for that person, and that person had done me wrong, you know. But I said, but you know, say a madman that when you act the same way him act, that mean you mad too. And I felt so sorry for that person. I was like, dang, that man is really crazy, really crazy, you know. Lacks empathy, doesn't know how to sympathize. A lot of things wrong with that brother. And even though he had done me wrong, you know, I mean, in a professional sense, nothing personal. And even other people who have done me wrong in my personal life, I look at them now and I study them differently. Not to say me won't put in your place, no, I am called a fixer. I fix you. Yeah, I don't play with people, because some people don't know and don't understand. Yes, you might have an issue, but just as I'm dealing with mine and I've come to my realization, I think so should you. Right? So I was really sorry for that person. I was like, dang, we can't behave the way that this person behave. That means me mad too. I cannot afford to further, you know, because there are some people, you know, to be honest, you behave the same way they behave because you want to prove your point. Let's be honest, sometimes you just want to prove your point, you want to assert yourself, because we are normal, we are humans. But you're supporting the road, Papa. I make you. And I do it too. I always want to prove my point. I always want to stand up for myself. But I'm telling you, when you argue and you take on certain people, it is just, honestly, it is showing that you just as mad as they are. Some of them, if you just have to shake it and say, I leave you to God, because this one, I can't manage this one. Some of them, believe you me, it just means you're just as crazy. And you know, you don't want to be labeled as crazy. And for your own mental health, that is not even helping you. So sometimes you leave people to God, you say a one or two word, but don't get riled up at some people. What I realize is that a lot of us suffer from a lot of trauma, a lot of childhood trauma, whether it be this camcorder run right in front of the vehicle a while ago. I have to laugh. Yeah, back in the day, mother tell him, you know, mother tell him some colorful words. But no, I say I'm improving. I'm improving. Because he ran right in front of the vehicle. I'm not even exaggerating. He ran right in front of the vehicle. I'm not exaggerating. And I just have to laugh. What am I going to do? I'm thankful. Yeah, so yeah, it's really, I'm almost at work, sure. But your mental health issues are very important. People find it is good, as I say, when you're able to realize what is wrong, or you come into an awareness that something is off. And as I said before, I'm going to reiterate this. If you aren't able to, you know, go to a therapist or find somebody to talk to, what is important is you get out the pain, whether through journaling, whether through dancing, singing, anything that you can do to get the pain out is worthwhile. All right, people, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.